So the Bills Dolphins, the big story last night, Tua Tagovailoa getting that concussion. Um, you got to feel for the kid. You have to feel for him. I was always a Tua fan in college. I don't mind Alabama. I know it's kind of a bit of a, people love to hate on Alabama, but I was always a Tua fan, and I was glad when he got drafted. I thought that he was gonna be good. I never thought he was gonna be elite, but I thought he was gonna be a good player. And I think he has been. Again, I don't think he's been elite. I don't think he's like a top 10 quarterback, but I think he's a solid, 12th, 13th best in the league. He plays well. He gets the job done. He leads the leagues the past 3 years. It's been the AFC's best offense. Maybe outside of Buffalo on a good day, but Miami's been really good. I mean, they haven't come up in the big moments, but they dominate against bad teams. They score a lot of points. And Tua throws a really pretty football. He's like Drew Brees light. That's kind of the best way to describe him. He's Drew Brees light. But this is now his 4th concussion in 4 seasons. That's really tough. I mean, it's I don't know. I don't know how you come back from that. And obviously it's not my call to make. It's Tua's call, it's Tua's decision. But he has suffered a lot. He's taken a lot of traumatic brain injuries. That's what a concussion is. So if I was him, I would seriously consider what's more important, love of the game or love of my life. And I don't mean, of course, he does have a wife, and I think he needs to consider her, and because he want to have a family and everything. But his own life, love of his own life. This feels like a tragedy waiting to happen. It feels like we're gonna all get our hearts broken in 25 years, 20 years. We're gonna hear Tua's got CTE, and then it's gonna be Tua dies at age 50. Like, this feels like we are watching a tragedy play out in front of us in real life, in the same way that we watched Antonio Brown deteriorate because of traumatic brain injury. At least we think so. We've watched this happen to players in real time with our own eyes and not said anything about it. And I think for Tua, if he wants to salvage his brain, salvage his mind later in life, literally save himself, potentially adding years to his life. We're not talking about, he can live for 5 years longer. This could be the difference between dying at 60 or 80. That's a big difference. And I think Tua needs to consider everything right now. I get that he loves football, but he just got paid. And a lot of that money is guaranteed with injury guarantees. He would have probably 80, $90 million. You can live off of that. You can live off of $80 million for the rest of your life. Put it in stocks, invest it. He can live very comfortably and not ever have to worry about money again, and also salvage his health. And I think that's the question he has to look at right now is, do I want to have a good life post-football? Like I said, again, it's not my decision to make. It's Tua's decision to make. But I think he has to think about that. I feel bad for Dolphins fans, but again, got to think about stuff like that. Because it is a tough sport. And for everything that the league is doing to prevent these head injuries, these are supposed to be the safest helmets they've ever had. But guys still get concussions. Still happens. Guys still get hurt. And guys will still keep getting hurt. And I think that at some point you have to look at the future and say, is it really worth it? Maybe it was worth it last year when he hadn't been paid. Tua he's got the bag, he's got the money in the bank. If I was him, I'd leave now before it's too late. On the other side of the ball, the Bills look dominant, as always. They have now won 11 out of their last 12 meetings with this Miami Dolphins team. They run that division, and I'll give them some credit because I feel like people were low on them this year, lower because obviously no Stephon, no Gabe Davis. They lost some pieces on defense, but they look good as ever. They look dominant. They look fresh, healthy, physical. I'm still not ready to say I'm in on Buffalo. But the more that I see them, the better they look, the more I want to buy in. I still have them as the fourth best team, though. The fourth best division winner. But we'll see. If enough guys, if enough guys click, if everything clicks, could this be their year? I don't want to get into speculation like that, though, because they've burned me for 3 years of me hoping they could finally put it all together, and they never have. And I still don't think they really ever will. They feel much closer to the Big Ben Steelers post Super Bowl, where it's like they're gonna be good every year, they're never gonna put it all together. It's like they're the Steelers to the Tom Brady Patriots in the 2010s post Super Bowls. That's the way I see it, at least, with this Bills team comparatively to the Chiefs. So we'll see. Maybe they can put it together. Like I said, they're winning that division. They probably will run away with it again. But as far as Super Bowl, I don't see it yet.